My day always begins at 4 a.m. In the darkness of our bedroom, I'm already awake before my smartphone alarm goes off. I carefully pull back the covers, trying not to disturb my husband Thomas's peaceful breathing beside me. Usually, he would have another hour of sleep. Good morning, April. As I make my way downstairs to the kitchen, I hear Thomas's voice behind me. When I turn around, he's looking at me with that gentle smile of his. Even after 5 years of marriage, he still keeps me company during my morning coffee. This quiet time has become our precious daily ritual. Are you still thinking about Mom's birthday party yesterday? Thomas asks, studying my expression. I manage a wry smile as I switch on the coffee maker. The weekend's events are still weighing on my mind. The way Jennifer said it. It must have been hard learning proper table manners, growing up in a single-parent home. But look at you now, running a bakery. And you started as a dishwasher. Our eyes meet across the kitchen island. She hasn't changed, has she? Thomas says quietly. But she doesn't define your worth. Jennifer is Thomas's sister. She's always been this way. At our wedding reception, she deliberately said loud enough for others to hear, "It feels strange seeing a high school dropout in a wedding dress." At every family gathering, she asks, "Is baking just a hobby for you?" The aroma of coffee fills our quiet kitchen. Outside, it's still dark, with only streetlights casting their glow. At this hour, Phoenix is still sleeping. But I love this stillness. I think back to 10 years ago when I started washing dishes at a local bakery. As a high school dropout, my job options were limited. My mother raised me while juggling 2 jobs. Growing up watching her perseverance, I was determined to make something of myself. Yesterday, I received another message from Jennifer. "Your pastries have such an amateur charm to them. It's sweet how they sell even without professional techniques. I guess it's all about the love you put into them." I sigh as I stare at my phone screen. "Don't let it get to you," Thomas says gently. "Your shop is now the most popular bakery in town." His words give me courage. It's true that our Sweet Blossoms has grown steadily since opening. Corporate orders have increased, and I've been able to hire 3 employees. Last month, I spotted Jennifer talking with her friends in front of my shop. It's my brother's wife's place. Can you believe she's running it without even finishing high school? I'd hire a professional pastry chef, but, well, I guess she can't afford that. Her friends responded with their affected laughter. I quietly retreated to the back of the shop. "What's on your schedule today?" Thomas's voice pulls me back from these unpleasant memories. 2 wedding cake consultations, and then testing new cupcake recipes this afternoon, I reply, checking my day's schedule. "I have an important meeting today too," Thomas says as he stands up. "We'll be deciding the direction for a new project." As I clean up our coffee cups, I remember George, the baker. Back then, working at the bakery was grueling. From early morning until late at night, we barely had time to catch our breath. But George found moments between tasks to teach me the basics of bread making. "You have talent." Those words still echo in my ears, supporting me to this day. At night, I taught myself cake making. Watching online videos, I failed countless times. What changed my life was meeting a regular customer who came in for bread every morning. "Did you make this cake?" "It's wonderful." Thomas, who worked at an IT company, was the first person to praise my cakes. Our conversations grew longer each day. When I shared my dreams with him, he listened intently with a serious expression. April, you can definitely do this. I'll help you with the startup money. Those words brought me to tears. Besides my mother, he was the first person who believed in me. After we married, Thomas supported my preparations to open the shop while advancing in his IT career. Meanwhile, Jennifer continued closing deals as a top sales representative at her real estate company. Having grown up in a wealthy family, she never tried to hide her condescending attitude toward me. I'd heard rumors that Jennifer's sales performance had been declining lately. But she still wrapped herself in luxury brands and maintained her lavish lifestyle. And just recently, she proudly announced to the family her engagement to a partner at a major law firm. The sun is slowly rising, announcing the start of a new day. Time to get going. I have my own path to follow. At 6 p.m., after closing the shop, my mother-in-law Patricia showed up unannounced. She was carrying a shopping bag from a luxury brand. April, may I come in? There was something troubled in her expression. I asked Kate, my staff member, to handle the remaining cleanup and led Patricia to the office in the back. It's about Jennifer. Patricia began quietly. She's been acting strange lately. Her real estate contracts aren't coming through, and last month she barely made any sales. As she spoke, she pulled out an expensive-looking cake box from her shopping bag. This is a cake from Paris. Jennifer called it real cake, so I thought you should try it too. I felt a small needle pierce my heart, but I kept my expression neutral. Thank you, but you shouldn't have. Just then, Kate burst in excitedly. April, we've got an amazing inquiry. Looking at the computer screen, I caught my breath. Cooper and Associates law firm. One of Phoenix's top firms was requesting a consultation for their 20th anniversary party cake. I had to look twice at the budget figure. $500,000. This would be our biggest project yet. Kate, is this real? They called too. They'd like to meet next Thursday. Patricia peered at the screen. Oh, Cooper and Associates. I detected a hint of agitation in her voice. I quickly sent Thomas a message, got a huge project. I'll tell you about it when you get home. Patricia hurriedly took her leave. I'm sorry, I should go. I have plans with Jennifer. That evening, Thomas and I faced each other across our kitchen island as usual. Sipping wine, we shared the day's events. $500,000? That's incredible. Thomas was genuinely excited for me. April, your hard work is paying off. Just then, my phone vibrated. A message from Jennifer. I'd like you to meet my fiancé tomorrow night. We're having dinner at my place. Please come with Thomas. It'll be a lovely party. By the way, I'm inviting various people, so, wear something proper, not your everyday clothes. I frowned. An invitation from Jennifer was rare. We usually only saw each other at family gatherings. And that last line bothered me. You should go, Thomas says gently. I'll join you after my meeting runs a bit late, but I'll definitely be there. I hesitated. But knowing Jennifer, she's probably planning something. It'll be fine. You've accomplished so much. You can hold your head high. You're a strong woman, April. Thomas's words gave me a bit of courage. I picked up my phone and replied, "Thank you. I'll be there." Her response came immediately, "Don't worry about it. But if you could bring some of your shop's famous cookies, everyone would enjoy them. Even if they're not professionally made, homemade treats have their own charm." That condescending tone again. But tonight, I decided not to react to it. The next day, I woke up at 3 a.m., an hour earlier than usual. Rubbing my sleepy eyes, I took a shower and applied my makeup meticulously. From my wardrobe, I chose a navy dress. It was a recent purchase, understated but elegant. The pearl necklace at my throat was a gift from my mother when I opened the shop. I remembered her words, "Never forget who you are." When I went down to the kitchen, I found a note from Thomas on the table, "I'll wrap up early today. You'll be fine. I love you." I couldn't help but smile. His handwriting always carries such warmth. I carefully packed the cookies for the hostess gift. I selected 3 of our shop's most popular varieties: vanilla-scented shortbread, chocolate chip, and almond tart. I checked each one carefully, choosing only the perfect pieces for the box. Jennifer's words, "even if they're not professionally made," flickered through my mind. But this is my pride. 5:45 p.m. As I drive to my mother-in-law's house, my hands tighten on the steering wheel at every red light. Even the music from the radio doesn't register today. Entering the luxury residential area of Paradise Valley, the street lamps cast an elegant light. The sky was turning orange as the sun began to set. My mother-in-law's house is one of the largest mansions in this area. Passing through the gates, I was struck by an unexpected sight. I caught my breath at the number of cars, far more than I'd anticipated. Bentleys, Mercedes, BMWs, a row of luxury cars, all latest models. The sound of conversation and laughter drifted from the lit windows. This was clearly not just a family dinner. What was Jennifer planning? Before turning off the engine, I took one more deep breath. My phone in my bag vibrated with a message from Thomas. "I'll be there in about 30 minutes. Go ahead and head in." Walking toward the entrance, I feel the weight of the cookie boxes in my arms. The sight of the lined-up luxury cars almost makes me falter. But I remember my mother's words, "You create your own place in this world." Seconds after ringing the doorbell, a maid opened the heavy door. Soft light from the chandelier bathes the entrance hall. Crystal prisms scatter rainbow-colored light across the walls. "Ms. April, we've been expecting you." The voices of men in suits drift from the spacious living room. The maid who took my hostess gift discreetly placed it at the edge of a side table. Among the other gifts bearing luxury brand logos, my shop's logo looks oddly out of place. Walking down the marble hallway, the sound of my heels seems unnaturally loud. European landscapes adorn the walls of the lavishly decorated hallway. As I step into the living room, conversation momentarily stops. 5 or 6 unfamiliar men are chatting, glasses in hand. All are wearing expertly tailored suits. Above the fireplace hangs a smiling photo of Jennifer with an unknown man. In the corner, a waiter in a white jacket pours champagne. The delicate sound of clinking glasses breaks the silence. Oh, April. You came. Everyone turns at Jennifer's voice as she descends the stairs. She's wrapped in a bright red designer dress, a diamond necklace gleaming at her throat. My navy dress suddenly feels cheap. I unconsciously touch my mother's pearl necklace. Everyone, please excuse the wait. Beside Jennifer stands a tall man. He has refined features and seems to carry himself with gentle poise. His gray suit is clearly custom-made. This is my fiancé, Michael Cooper. My heart skipped a beat. Cooper. From that request. But I maintained my composure. My throat feels dry. Nice to meet you, I'm April. Michael bows politely. The men in the room eye me with interest. They all appear to be colleagues from the law firm. Jennifer raises her glass with a malicious smile. That expression I've seen so many times before. Her characteristic gesture when she has something to say. Her red dress glows ominously in the firelight. Everyone, this is my sister-in-law, April. She grew up in a single-parent home and dropped out of high school. But she makes an excellent maid. Perfect at housework. A moment of silence falls. I feel the blood draining from my face. Everyone's eyes pierce into me. The waiter's hand stops, and even the sound of pouring champagne ceases. Someone clears their throat softly. Suddenly, Michael bursts out laughing. His laughter cuts through the heavy atmosphere. Don't you know April Watson? At that moment, the sound of the front door opening echoes. Turning around, there stands Thomas. His expression shows barely contained anger. Even with his tie loosened and showing the fatigue of his meeting, his dignified presence remains unchanged. She's the most talked about pastry chef in the state, Michael continues. The room's atmosphere shifts completely. She was just on the cover of a Phoenix Lifestyle magazine last month. Actually, she's an important client of our firm. The color drains from Jennifer's face. Her hands begin to tremble slightly. Thomas steps forward. His footsteps echo on the marble floor. Jennifer, you should take that back. Yes, my wife dropped out of high school. But she worked harder than anyone and now runs a shop that makes over $1 million in annual revenue. The men in the corner whisper among themselves, Watson, from Sweet Blossoms? Ms. April, Michael turns to me. About the cake for our firm's 20th anniversary party next month, could we discuss the details again? The budget is $500,000, as we mentioned. The room freezes. Jennifer's champagne glass nearly slips from her hand. The bartender moves quickly to catch it. Thomas's voice resonates quietly. Jennifer, is this how you normally treat family? Jennifer's face turns ashen. Her natural skin tone shows through beneath her expensive makeup. Her eyes wander around the room in panic. Her colleagues' gazes are cold. No one speaks up in her defense. Only the fireplace crackles mercilessly. Unable to form words, Jennifer fled up the stairs like she was escaping. The sound of her heels echoes hollowly. She stumbles halfway up the stairs, but no one moves to follow her. Silence returns. Michael looks at us with an apologetic expression. His colleagues try to casually move on to other topics. Regarding our business discussion, I'll be in touch again, I said quietly. Please excuse me for tonight. Thomas walks over to me and gently takes my hand. Let's go home. As we leave, I hear Michael's voice behind us. Looking forward to Thursday's meeting. The night breeze gently caresses our cheeks. Walking past the line of luxury cars, Thomas says, I got your cookies back. These are your pride, after all. At those words, I feel something welling up inside me. Once in the car, the tears finally flow. But they're not tears of humiliation. They're tears of relief that it's finally over. On the drive home, Thomas silently held my hand. 3 days after that night, the shop's doorbell chimed quietly. Soft sunlight streams through the windows, making the cakes in the showcase gleam. Welcome to. The words stopped halfway. It was my mother-in-law Patricia who had entered. Her usual elegant demeanor was subdued, her shoulders slumped. In her hands, she clutched my hostess gift box from that night. Even her expensive suit looked somewhat worn today. April. Her voice trembles. About that night, I'm truly sorry. Please, come in. I led her to a table in the back, passing shelves lined with antique teacups. I'll make some tea. Behind the counter, Kate discreetly begins preparing tea. The aroma of freshly baked cakes fills the air. The sweet scent of vanilla and butter gradually softens the tense atmosphere. What a lovely shop this is, Patricia says, looking around. The pale pink wallpaper, white shelves, sparkling showcases. How foolish I've been not to notice until now. As the Earl Grey's fragrance rises, she begins speaking quietly. Occasionally, she grips and releases her lace handkerchief. She takes out her phone and shows me a screen. This photo is from Jennifer's awards ceremony last year. How could she change so much in just 1 year? The screen shows Jennifer beaming with genuine confidence, unlike now. She's holding up a trophy while colleagues congratulate her. She was truly radiant back then. But when the real estate market started cooling down, when the luxury properties stopped selling, Patricia's words catch. Yes, probably since last fall. She gradually lost her confidence. Holding her teacup with both hands, she continues. She was desperate about marrying Michael. She thought marriage to him would solve everything. But since that night, her phone has stopped ringing. Just then, the shop's bell rings again, and Thomas enters. He's come to check on us during his work break. Mom, Thomas calls out gently. I'm glad you came. Tears glisten in Patricia's eyes. Her makeup is slightly smudged. Thomas, you were right. People who can't treasure their family. Mid-sentence, my phone vibrates. It's an email from Cooper and Associates law firm. Opening the screen reveals a long message. Dear April. Yesterday, I terminated my engagement with Jennifer. I've concluded that I cannot share my future with someone who disrespects family. The events of that evening were a profound revelation for me. You and your husband taught me that a person's worth lies not in their educational background or career history, but in how they live their life. I would very much like to discuss the details of our 20th anniversary party cake at our upcoming meeting. Michael Cooper. Jennifer. Patricia's voice quavers as she dabs at her eyes with her handkerchief. Mom, I say quietly, pouring more hot tea. Do you know where Jennifer is? She shakes her head. She hasn't come home since that night. Her phone's off, and she's not responding to emails. Let's look for her, Thomas suggests. She must be suffering too. We shouldn't let her deal with this alone. True to his word, we started searching for Jennifer. We finally found her at a suburban hotel. I have nothing left. Jennifer was slumped in her hotel room. Her designer dress discarded, she looked like a different person without makeup. Her luxury brand bag lay thrown in a corner. That's not true, Patricia says firmly. You have family. You have us. But to April. I said such terrible things. We can't change the past, I say. The setting sun through the window bathes the room in gentle light. But we can change what comes next. From that day, changes began gradually. Jennifer stepped away from real estate and started exploring a new path. Surprisingly, she began working part-time at my shop. I want to learn everything from scratch, from you. When she said those words, I felt I saw her genuine smile for the first time. At first, she was clumsy, spilling batter and getting oven temperatures wrong, but she didn't give up. 2 weeks later, the Cooper & Associates' 20th anniversary party was a huge success. The 5-tiered white cake, reminiscent of a wedding cake, captivated everyone in attendance. I heard Michael has found a new potential partner. Following this success, plans for a new branch of our shop began moving forward. Jennifer found the location. Her experience proved unexpectedly valuable. This property will definitely succeed. It's my final real estate deal. With this location, we can expect tourist traffic too. Her eyes had lost their former malicious glint, now shining with genuine enthusiasm. The proposal even included detailed market analysis. Last Sunday, during a rare family dinner, Patricia said something as sunlight streamed in past the flowers on the table. You know what I've been thinking lately? Families don't have to be perfect. We hurt each other sometimes, we make mistakes. But what matters is that we can start over. On the table sat a cake that Jennifer and I had made together. Its slightly uneven shape was evidence of her continuing apprenticeship. But perhaps this imperfection is part of our new family dynamic. As I slice the cake, I think to myself, life is like this cake. It might not be perfect in shape, but if you put your heart into it, it will surely touch someone's heart. I want to keep making such cakes here in this shop, together with my family, for years to come.